to explain you another topic from CSIR-UGC NET, that is distance and directions. In the previous video, I have discussed with you about the calendar clock problems and also numbers, average and logical puzzles. So please go to those videos. So let us discuss distances and directions. So important points you need to follow here if you want to solve the problems related to them. You should know the distance and direction. Direction usually how we predict. So north, south, east and west. So person who is facing north when takes left turn will face towards west. Okay. So left turn if we take, he face towards west, and when takes right turn means towards east. So the right turn means clockwise and left turn means anti-clockwise. Okay, you can see in this figure. So each turn is equal to how many degree? 90 degree. To measure shortest distance between any two points, use the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is very helpful to solve the problems related to these. Pythagoras theorem, triangle, if you take the diagonal or the hypotenuse is equal to the square of height and base. So we can write in general a square is equal to b square plus c square. So example for the Pythagoras theorem holds for these examples. So 3, 4, 5 set of numbers, if you verify, they are going to be valid for Pythagoras theorem. So 5, 12, 13, here many of the examples I have given. You can check out and verify the Pythagoras theorem. In exam you can directly solve if you come across these numbers. So above examples are what? Right angle triangles. Angle is how much? 90 degree here. So trigonometric formula is also very helpful. Trigonometric formula, if you take for a triangle, so the sine theta is what? Opposite by hypotenuse. This is what? The hypotenuse, and this is opposite and this is base. So sine theta is what? Opposite by hypotenuse. Cos theta base by hypotenuse. So tan theta is what? Ratio of sine theta to the cos theta, then opposite by base. So if we understand all these three, sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, you can write the formula for cosec theta, that is inversely proportional to sine theta, sec theta inversely proportional to cos theta, cot theta inversely proportional to tan theta. Then you can predict how you can represent in terms of opposite, base and hypotenuse for cosec, sec and cot theta. So then trigonometric measurement of angles. So angles, if we want to know for all these trigonometric ratios, sine theta, sine 0, 0, sine 30, half, sine 45, 1 by root 2, sine 60, root 3 by 2, sine 90, 1. So like that cos, tan theta and cosec theta, all the angles you must know for these trigonometric angles. So please try them, practice them. You already studied in few, so it will be helpful if you practice once again. So height and distance. So height and distance, sometime they are going to ask. You require trigonometric formulas finding height of the building or object involving triangle. So right angle triangle, that is if we have come across Pythagoras theorem is helpful. So geographic coordinates. Geographic coordinates, if you want to understand, that is what the latitude and longitudinal lines we come across on the earth surface. So longitude is the geographic coordinate system that specifies the north-south position of the point on earth surface. So latitude varies from 0 to 90 degree. If you take the earth surface, so from north to south, the lines which we come across, which are longitudinal latitude, and if we take from east to west, so which we call them as, these are latitude, and these are what, longitudinal lines. Horizontal lines are longitudinal and vertical lines are latitude. So 0 to 90 degree pole. So 0 degree we call that as equator. This is what the equator line. So example, if we can take 45 degree east or the 50 degree north, we can write longitude specifies earth, specifies the east west position of a point on earth. East west, as I said, this is what the horizontal lines. So longitude varies from 0 to 0 at Greenwich to 180 degrees Celsius. So Greenwich was the standard time we take. So it varies from 0 to 80 degree longitudinal lines. So latitudinal lines 0 to 90 degree. So you can write like this: 45 degree east, 50 degree west. So you can generally draw this northeast, west, south direction. So degree and radian, if you want to measure, there are two units for angles, degree and radian. So 360 degree is how many radians? 2 pi radian. So 1 degree is equal to how much? Pi by 180 degree radian. So let us solve here the previous year question from CSIR-UGC NET. This is a question from 2014. So an archer climbs to the top of a 10-meter high building, aim at a bird on top of tree 17 meter away. The line of sight from the archer to the bird makes an angle of 45 degree to the horizontal. What is the height of the tree? So first draw the diagram here. Climbs the top of the 10-meter height, archer. So this is how you can represent in terms of diagram. This is the height of the building. So he climbs 10 meter and then aims at a bird top of the tree. This is the height of the tree, x you can take, and it is 70 meter away from the building. So this is how much it makes angle, 45 degree. So once you draw the diagram, this is what the height of the tree. So this triangle is nothing but, you can apply Pythagoras theorem here. But we require x. So for that you can use the trigonometry angle, that is tan 45 degree, how much? That is opposite by base, x by 17. So tan 45 1, x by 17 is equal to 1, so x equal to 17. So height of the tree is how much? Building height 10 meter plus 17, that is 27 meter. Option B is correct. So a ray of light, after getting reflected twice from a hemispherical mirror of radius r, emerges parallel to the incident ray. The separation of the original incident ray and the final reflected ray is. This is question from 2013. So here is the diagram for the ray of light after getting reflected. This is the reflection of, this is what the mirror, and radius r emerges parallel to the incident ray. This is the radius you can take, this is the origin, and this is what the arc. So radius, let us take it as capital R. The separation of the original incident ray and the final reflected ray is, this is incident ray and this is reflected ray. So ray AB parallel to what? CD. This is AB parallel to CD. So angle of ABC plus BCD is how much? 180 degree. Here it is 90 degree and here also 90 degree. So law of reflection, angle ABO is equal to OBC. So ABO equal to OBC. So 45 degree. Cos 45 degree is how much? Base by hypotenuse. So base here BE and hypotenuse radius R. So cos 45 root 2. Then B by R 1 by root 2 B by R. So here B is equal to what? R by root 2. Then we can calculate the BC. The final reflected ray BC, that is equal to 2 into BE, 2 times BE, that is R root 2. So answer option here B is equal to BC equal to R root 2. So option we can find out here the root 2 we should have here, option C. So 2 points A and B on the surface of the earth have the following latitude and longitude coordinates. Point A 30 degree north, 45 degree east, B 30 degree north, 135 degree west. If R is the radius of the earth, the length of the shortest path from A to B is. So let us draw the earth surface here. So point A is here and this is point B. So let R be the radius along 30 degree north latitude. Okay. So from A to B. A and B are 180 degree apart. These A and B points are 180 degree apart, that is pi R we can take. R is what? The radius along 30 degree N. Is the distance between A and B, pi R. Express R in terms of capital R. So we have to take the angle here sine 60 degree. If you want to represent small r and capital R in terms of equation, so it is given by R by capital R, sine 60 degree. So sine 60 is how much? Root 3 by 2. So R by capital R is equal, you can write. So small r is what? Root 3 by 2 R. So shortest distance is how much? Pi R. So root 3 by 2 pi capital R. Answer A is correct. The map given shows counter line which connect point of equal ground surface elevation in a region. Inverted V-shape portion of counter lines represent a valley along which a river flows. What is the downstream direction of the river? So here are the 4 options. Here in this figure you can see the counter lines connect points of equal ground surface elevation in region. So inverted V shape portion of counter lines represent valley. Here is the valley which a river flows. Okay, this is what the direction of the river flows north, and once it crosses the valley in which downstream direction is upstream direction is north. So downstream direction we need to find. So from map upstream, direction is north. Height difference in graph shows river flows from upstream to downstream. So downstream direction is south. So option B is correct. It is flowing from upstream to downstream. So downstream direction south. A man on equator moves along 0 degree longitude up to 45 degree N, then turns east, moves up 90 degree east, turn to the equator along 90 degree east. The distance covered in multiples of earth radius r is. So this is question from 2014. So here first you should draw the surface of earth and mark the lines equator that is given here. This is what the equator 0 degree. So 45 degree north, that is longitude, 0 degree longitude up to 45 degree north. So here is the line for 45 degree north. Draw the line, and this is the 0 degree latitude longitude. So the distance covered in multiple of earth r. So first you need to, once you draw the lines, mark here A, B, C, D. R be the radius on the 45 degree latitude. Okay. A, B, distance moved along 0 degree longitude. B, C, distance moved 45 degree north latitude to reach 90 degree east longitude. So CD, distance moved 90 degree, this CD distance moved 90 degree east longitude to reach the equator. So we have to find here, let us take this as capital D, AB, BC plus CD. So where AB is equal to what? CD. Arc length is given by radius into angle. So AB is equal to R into 45 degree. If you take this all what 45 degree. So R 45 degree into pi by 180. So 1 degree how much? Pi by 180. So pi R divided by 4 we get. So BC similarly you should calculate, you will get pi R by 2. So then sine 45 degree is how much? R by capital R. So 1 by root 2 R by capital R. So R is what? R by root 2. Then you should add here AB, BC plus CD. So once you add, you will get these three values you should add. You will get pi by 2 plus pi by 2 root 2 into R. So option C is correct here. So these questions are little bit complicated. You must read the question carefully and try to solve. So I hope this is helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe my channel.